Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. In today's video, we are going to be doing some cleaning up. We are going to be removing some objects from an image. So I have this beautiful image of a couple that I photographed on Hollywood Beach, Florida. And the image is gorgeous, right? I think it is. I was lucky enough to get the sunrise that morning. It was a crazy morning. It was super cold, but we ended up getting some really fabulous images. And in this image, I really love. But I hate all of these, sand footprints. Let's call it sand footprints. I hate them. So how do I get rid of them? Okay, so first things first. You got to remember that everything on this side is a tool. If you were, painting a mural, you would need certain brushes. Well, everything on here is either a brush or a tool, or it's a tool with different brushes. For removing objects, you can remove objects in several different ways. My preferred and favorite way is the patch tool. I love the patch tool. There's a healing brush tool, all these other methods, the clone stamp tool, which is another one of my favorites, but for this example, I want to use the patch tool. So once you have the patch tool selected, it looks just like this. You go to the area that you want to remove. Now, when you want to remove something, like I want to remove this footprint, right? But I need to have an area where I want it to look like. I want this area to look like this area. So what do? I easily select it by circling the area that I want to get rid of. And then I move it to the area that I want it to look like. It's that easy. So let's go for this one. I'm going to select this area and I'm going to move it over to the right. Bam. Now, since it's cloning, it's pretty much copying this area. It copied these two little things and I don't want it to look exactly the same. So I'm just going to drag that down. Now I want to remove this and I want it to look like this. So I'm going to select that area and I'm just going to drag it across. And I'm going to do the same thing for this side. I want to select this patch and I want to just bring it over. You don't have to click anything special. You don't have to press any buttons. All you have to do is circle it and drag it to the new place that you want to put it. It's really that simple. Now you see there, I have that little light spot, so I'm going to go over that light spot and I'm going to drag it. You see this little guy right here? I'm just going to select it and I'm going to bring it right over. Bam. So then we have this piece right here. It's distracting, I don't want the footprints to be that noticeable, and then I have this big little mountain here that I don't really like. I think it's distracting. So I want to just move everything over. This area right here, I'm going to move over. And this area right here, I'm just selecting it and pulling it to the side. 1, 2, 3. And right here, I'm going to select it, pull it to the side. You can do big selections or small selections. It all depends on what you want. Honestly, the smaller the selection, the better. Because once you make a big selection, it's harder to really get it to look natural. I can do this. But that doesn't look as natural as this side, right? So I'm going to Command Alt Z and press Z again to to go back. And I'm just going to do small sections at a time. It looks much more realistic. You can, really just go in and fix those details better with the smaller selections. So I'm almost done doing these removals. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to bring this over here. And then I have these two right here. And sometimes when you're using the patch tool and you get to the edge of the image, you have to be careful because once you move it up, it gets a little wonky sometimes and blown out. But of course, since I'm doing a video, it didn't do that. Sometimes what you can do is just drag it straight across and it'll give you a more natural look. So now I got bigger items here, like this piece of sea moss. I'm just gonna select it and then bring it over. And that's it. So wait, no, there we go. So now when you want to see the before and after, you go up to your history and you bring the scroll bar all the way up and you click on the original, and there's the original, all that mess on the grass, on the sand, and the after, the before and the after. And honestly, I think it looks better when it's cleaner, but you know, it depends. Whatever you want to remove, the patch tool is a really good tool to use for that. Well, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any other questions, or if you need help with Photoshop in any way, if you need help using a tool or anything, please send me a link or a message below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I love using Photoshop. I think it's an amazing program, and I will be making much more videos in the future, going through step-by-step process of every tool. I hope this was helpful, and have a great day.